안녕하세요. 저는 엠입니다. 저는 재정입니다.
사시카디 스티븐티 최민준입니다. 그리고 Okay.
언니, 안녕하세요.
It's been a while.
Yes.
So hello, welcome to 2023. I am once again very, very sorry that my upload schedules were just pretty much non-existent last year, but it was one hell of a year for me, for us, for life. It was just a very full-on year, which I will be getting into a little bit later on in this video. But it is time for my traditional look back video for the year previous. So we have the different categories for things that we did or saw, things from the year. So the first one is as always, is movies. So generally we go for movies that came out, that we saw, but we could also just add a couple of other ones that we did see because we didn't really go to the movies. One of them is one that I watched, Stephen didn't watch, and that I watched it like last week off Netflix, which is from Knives Out series, if it's a series now, which is The Glass Onion. I really enjoyed that movie. It's like a murder mystery.
Yeah. I was busy.
Yeah. So Knives Out, which was the first one, which has Chris Evans in it, was very, very good. And this one, which has Edward Norton in it, and Daniel Craig is like in both of them. It was very good. I still prefer the first one, but it was a very good movie and had some twists and turns and everything like that. So we watched, which again, we're late on it, but we saw the Spider-Man 3 and we watched Doctor Strange Multiverse
of Madness.
We watched Eternals. I know that came out the year before because that came out around the same time as Shang-Chi, and we watched that one the year before.
Yeah.
And they were all really good. I mean, I love Marvel movies. We both love Marvel movies. Spider-Man just like warms my heart, but also just made me so emotional.
That ending was brutal.
The ending was brutal. It was a brutal movie.
It really
Actually, it was so full of just like heartbreak.
It really was.
Next, lots of moments happened last year. We moved back into my parents' house. We got married finally, and it wasn't like a cold feet or anything like that. It was
COVID,
pretty much. It just went, yes, no. I'm like, I got to finally meet Stephen's dad, my now father-in-law, in person.
Yes.
That was wonderful. And Stephen got to see him again for the first time in a very, very, very long time. He also got to meet more of my extended family. It was amazing having Annie with us for like a full week. It was amazing just to have her like near me. Because I'm like, I haven't had this happen since university, and that was so long ago. So that was just amazingness.
Rose almost didn't make the wedding.
Yes, Rose almost didn't make it because of her silly boyfriend who got COVID and gave it to her. That was and then
made it the day of. Like
she drove up the morning of.
She drove up the morning of.
And then obviously seeing Amel again, which was amazing because Amel has been one of my best, closest friends since we met back in year 1. I'm not going to say what year that was, but it's been a very long time. And I really don't get to see her nearly as much as I want to. I stepped away from my work in October because of a reason which I'll get to in just a second. But I absolutely love that job. I would like to go back sometime when I am ready to go back to work, if they will have me. I know the job very well. I've run the store over a Christmas, so I'm very good at this. But the new store manager and assistant store manager there are wonderful, and I consider them some of my new friends, and they're amazing. Amazingness.
Well, we'll see them all the time.
Yes. The reason for
Stepping away
from work, is currently sleeping in the room next to us. We had a baby.
Yes.
Yes. So that's why I've really just not been on the internet stuff for most of last year.
She's so far gone from this line of work that she doesn't even remember how to technically speak to you guys right now.
I don't even have to English hard. So
she speaks more Korean at home than she does English.
She has mum brain.
I have mum brain. But it was a relatively easy pregnancy, and I'm very, very lucky to have had that. It was a very, very stressful couple weeks.
When he was first born.
When he is a he. We have a son.
Yeah.
Just because there was a couple complications, which I don't really want to get into, at least not at the moment, because everything's still relatively fresh. But he is well okay. He is so good, healthy, very good baby. He only really cries when he's got an upset tummy, or he's getting changed and doesn't want a cold wipe on his bum. So, but can you really blame him for that? And he's very handsome and cute, and I'm not biased at all. Neither is Stephen, and he will tell you that. Neither is my parents, and they're not biased, but they'll tell you that. Sienna's not met him quite yet. She will in very, very soon, but she's also not biased at all, and will tell you that he's very handsome and very
8 days.
Cute.
Sienna, 8 days.
I've literally been bragging about this child to everyone, and they're like, you haven't even seen him. I'm like, I've seen him enough.
His name, only first name, that's all I'm comfortable about sharing.
Okay. Can I say it?
At least at the moment. So, what is his name?
His name is Sora.
Sora.
And everyone knows me and my channel.
Yes. So there are two reasons why his name is Sora. There is my reason and Stephen's reason. So what is Stephen's reason?
Kingdom Hearts.
So the Disney PlayStation game Kingdom Hearts, main character's name is Sora. My reason is because I love the name. But also, the meaning of Sora is sky, and I really, really, really love the name Sky. It is a Japanese name. It's also a Korean name. Korean, it's more of a female name, and Japanese, it's more of a male name.
Yeah.
The Korean meaning is conch shell, which I also find really cute as well. But the main reason is because I really love the name Sky. Quickly, sad moment about this last year. We lost our one of our cats, TT. He was an older gentleman. He was an older cat, and we adopted him being an older cat, knowing that we weren't gonna have him for quite as long as we would love to, but we wanted to make sure that he had a good and happy rest of his life and not just in a cage.
Yeah.
And he did. He had a very good life. He had a very energetic little sister cat in Lucy, who
kept
he
him on his toes.
Loved and also hated. So sibling relationship. But yes, that was very, very
It was very difficult
sad
watching Lucy trying to find him.
The next little category, and I'm sure Sienna can add many to it, because again, it was I wasn't doing a lot last year in the ways of internet or anything, because I didn't want to watch a lot of the things that I wanted to react to, because I wanted to react to them, and I was like, oh, I'll do it then, and I haven't done it. So
Yes.
the first couple reactions of this year will be from ages ago, last year, probably even the year before that, and I'm really sorry about that, but I've been waiting for these things. Debuts. And again, these ones are the ones that I have either seen, known about, or I'm really excited has happened, which I cannot believe was only last year. Astro, Jin, and Rocky debuted as a subunit group. That was amazing. Jin with his tuna song. Wonpil from Day 6, who I love. I know he debuted as a solo, and it is a long freaking time coming, and I am so excited, but I haven't seen or heard it yet. Choi Minho of SHINee finally came out and debuted as a solo artist.
Probably like two of the big ones were the two hype girl groups.
Wasn't it?
New Jeans.
Yeah, New Jeans.
With Hype Boys and that, yeah, which became huge in K-pop world.
Yes.
And Le Sserafim as well. I thought they're very good.
Comebacks. Obviously, everyone freaking comes back. But the main ones that stood out in my mind, which again, we actually kind of saw and heard at least a little bit of, Moonbin and Sanha.
Oh. Ghost Town.
Death. Yeah, NCT. Stray Kids. Stray Kids.
I have Stray Kids.
How many comebacks did they have again? All of the comebacks.
I don't know.
Kingdom with Dan. Yes, they had a new one. Yes, in a second. Monster X also came back.
Sad again.
And BTS.
Sad again.
We'll quickly move on to the disbandments and like sad moments, just because there's a couple things
Not a disbandment.
happened. I know, but Newest did disband,
Newest.
which is very upsetting.
Newest.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
been around for quite a while.
Damn, I only just started getting into
I
them.
know, but I'm so sad because Face is still one of
I'm
my
in
favorite
trouble. I'm in
songs.
trouble. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so with Kingdom, I can't remember who it was, but one of the members left.
Kiwoo.
Chiwoo.
Chiwoo.
Yeah.
Right, it was Chiwoo. Which is very, very upsetting because I love Kingdom. We love Kingdom. It's such a good concept and everything, and they worked so well together, and it's very, very upsetting. Monster X, also, I Am, the maknae, has decided to step away from the company. Still
group.
hasn't really said about the group, but I'm not sure how that's going to go down. BTS, Jin, the eldest member, the Oma,
Has finally gone to
has
enlistment.
enlisted, which is sad. But it's something that
We knew it was going to happen.
they're the main ones that I can remember. So Omega X, again, I don't think they've really announced a disbandment, but they've stepped away from their company, which is good because of that whole incident, which was despicable.
That's more than despicable.
So, not going to go straight through all of the details, but they were in America. They were in America, yeah. They were in America, and they were doing like a tour kind of like thing. People in charge, I can't remember if they were like
Wasn't it the
managers or CEO. CEO had something to do with it.
Yeah, CEO.
The CEO of the company that they were in. One forced them to perform when they were sick and had COVID. Or at least one of them had COVID. Also, one of the main things that blew up was there was a video taken by a fan of yelling and pushing and hitting and just abusing one of the members and all of the members. And the nail in the coffin was they cancelled their flights back home and abandoned them in America. Very, very upsetting, and just why would you do that? What did you get out of that? Okay, so then quickly, I have 3 for this next category. Biggest impacts of to us, like ones that we knew, and biggest impact of celebrity deaths last year. My one, my Olivia Newton-John. that was so upsetting because I adore Olivia Newton-John. I love Grease. I love that made me so upset. For Steven, very recently, Pele, is that how you pronounce it?
One of the world's great Brazilian soccer players who won I think he won the World Cup 3 times.
3 times. And a humanitarian.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, the one that you couldn't go anywhere or watch any kind of TV without hearing about Queen Elizabeth II passed away, which is upsetting. She was an amazing woman. Then the final category, not nearly as many dramas as the previous year, which is very upsetting. But, okay, we'll start with... Do you want to start with K or T? We go through the Thai dramas that I watched, and then we can go through the K dramas. Okay. So, I love Thai dramas. I've only watched 2 in full last year. The other one is a continuing one. So, I started it last year, but it's continuous streaming, like, now. So... called Kin Porsche, which is a mafia drama, which is hilarious. Like, one of the first, I think it's the first episode, like, the main character kidnaps the other main character, and basically it's like the whole, you know how in movies they're like, I'm gonna kidnap you and tell you about your entire life, and you're gonna be, like, scared that I know all this information. Yeah, he does that to him. And he just goes, you kidnapped me to tell me my story? What the hell is wrong with you? Let me go. Like, it's really funny. And then he, like, escapes, and then they're on, like, a barge, like, boat thing. And he's just, like, pointing a gun at him. It's like, no, you need to join me and become my bodyguard. And he was like, be your bodyguard? I'd rather die. And then he jumps off the boat into the ocean. It's great. And then the second one is Love in the Air, which is a beautiful, beautiful story. It kind of combines 2 different novels of 2 different couples, and then they kind of intertwine. Like, the first couple episodes is one couple focused, the other one is the other couple focused, and then they have, like, a special video, which is, like, both of them combined, which is... I love that drama. It was so good. It was very hard to watch in some parts. There was a very difficult storyline subject, but they did it really well, and the chemistry between the entire cast is just so beautiful. So same with Kin Porsche, it's so good. Also with Kin Porsche, I have to say, Perth, who's one of the actors, I love him. I absolutely love him, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that he also has a YouTube channel and is Australian. But anyways.
Yeah, it doesn't make us biased at all.
And we have K-dramas.
Here we go.
There was only one new one that we watched together, and then the other 2 Steven hadn't seen, and he watched one of them by himself. I watched it.
I watched both of them on and off without you.
W. We watched W together.
Blood and...
Oh, true. You had the other one. Oh, right. Anyway. So, the ones that I had already seen was W2 Worlds. We watched that one. Well, I'd seen a little bit of it. We watched that one together.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. I absolutely love it. And then the ones that he watched by himself, which I had already seen, was Blood. Such a good drama. I absolutely loved it. Steven loved it up until a point.
And we don't talk about after.
Yeah, we don't talk about that part. That was very sad.
No,
the part that he didn't like, it was the ending, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ending. That's very, like, why would you end it like that? I have so many questions. A little bit disappointing. Like, it's such an amazing drama, and then you end it like that in, like, so many questions. You're like,
yeah.
why? that he watched, which I'm so happy about because I love it so much. I watched a couple episodes with you with that one, is Descendants of the Sun. I love that drama.
Now let me tell you about this drama.
Stephen did like it once again up until a point. Go, this is the last thing that we're talking about, really, so go on.
The problem for me was that they could have ended that show numerous times. And it wouldn't have changed the outcome of that show at all. It would have been the same result. It ended up in the same result each time. It was just... it drove me insane. I'm like, oh, that would be a good way to end the show. And then there was another episode. And then... about 3 episodes later, oh, that's a good way to end the show. And then it was another episode. And once they finally did end the show, I was just like...
You mean you didn't like that last scene? Okay, well, we're going to leave that here because my son is...
Our son?
My son
Our
is... Son? Oh, you're going to feed him, are you?
I can't feed him, but he's still our son.
He's coming up to a feeding. You can change him though.
Okay.
Yes. So
Violence against.
Am I being violent towards you, saying that you need to change our son? Yeah, I'm sorry. You're the one who just stopped me from saying my son. It's our son, so you can change his nappy.
It depends if it's explosive or not.
That still has to happen.
It's our son.
But yes, so we'll leave that here. This year, hopefully, will be a lot better uploading for me.
No promises.
But I will say that may not be weekly. I'll see how I go. I will be uploading as much as I can, but I'm not going to commit to weekly or a schedule really at the moment because he's still very, very young and still trying to figure everything out. With that, because one of the other reasons why I haven't uploaded a lot last year was because Stephen wanted to be a part of all of the videos, but he works a lot.
Yeah.
So we've talked about it, and I'm going to be doing most of the stuff on the channel by myself, bar a couple of content and reactions for a couple of bands, namely Stray Kids, Astro, BTS members, things like that.
Yeah.
So that will give me a little bit more leeway to actually film and edit and everything like that. I'll be sleeping.
Well, I'll be reacting to it.
Yes. So some of the reactions he will react to it by himself during his breaks at work, and then I'll add it into the video and do some editing magic there. But yes, that is it for this video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, press the thumbs up button, leave us comments down below. Share this on social media if you would like to. All of my social media links are down below, so go check me out, follow me, friend me on all of those. If you'd like to leave any reaction requests or suggestions for more videos. Did I say that already? I have bum brain.
No, you didn't say that.
If you'd like to leave any requests or suggestions for more videos that you'd like to see on my channel, please leave them down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Well, that is it for this video, and we will talk to you. I'm already finishing it very soon.
That's one last moment. My 30th birthday.
He's old. Kirby face! Annyeong!